British locals clash with pro-Palestine road blockers in explosive confrontation. In the heart of London, a city known for its rich tapestry of culture and history, an unexpected confrontation unfolded that captured the attention of locals and the media alike. It was a crisp autumn day, and the sun cast a golden hue over the streets, illuminating the diverse crowds that thronged the city. But beneath this picturesque surface, tensions were brewing as a group of pro-Palestine activists organized a roadblock to raise awareness for their cause. Little did they know that this demonstration would spiral into a dramatic clash with local residents. As the activists set up their banners and placards, a palpable sense of anticipation hung in the air. Many were drawn to the scene, curious about the unfolding drama. Among them was Sarah, a longtime London resident with a deep-rooted passion for social justice. She had witnessed countless protests over the years, but this one felt different. The stakes seemed higher, the emotions more charged. As she joined the gathering crowd, she couldn't shake the feeling that something significant was about to happen. Just moments into the demonstration, the first clash occurred. A group of frustrated locals, concerned about the disruption to their daily lives, confronted the activists. Voices rose as the two sides exchanged heated arguments, each side passionately defending their stance. The air crackled with tension, and Sarah found herself at the center of the chaos, her heart racing as she tried to make sense of the unfolding drama. As the confrontation escalated, a familiar face emerged from the crowd: Daniel, a charismatic young man known for his engaging speeches at rallies. He stepped forward, attempting to mediate the growing conflict. "We're all here for a reason," he implored. "Let's talk, not fight." But his words fell on deaf ears as emotions boiled over. The locals, frustrated by the perceived disruption, shouted back, demanding to be heard. The situation took a dramatic turn when a well-known local figure, Mrs. Jenkins, a retired schoolteacher with a reputation for her outspoken views, stepped into the fray. With her fiery red scarf fluttering in the wind, she commanded attention as she challenged the activists' right to block the road. "This is our city too," she exclaimed, her voice ringing through the chaos. The crowd fell silent for a moment, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Just as it seemed the confrontation might reach a boiling point, a sudden commotion erupted at the back of the crowd. A group of young children, caught up in the excitement, began chanting, "Peace, not war." Their innocent voices cut through the tension like a breath of fresh air, momentarily softening the atmosphere. Sarah watched, captivated, as the adults around her began to reconsider their positions, some even joining in the chant. But the moment of unity was short-lived. As the chants faded, the activists, feeling emboldened, began to speak again about their cause, their voices rising with fervor. "We are fighting for justice," one shouted, as others waved their banners defiantly. The locals, feeling provoked, began to respond with their own chants, demanding an end to the disruption. The air was thick with anticipation, and Sarah could sense that the outcome of this confrontation would reverberate far beyond this day. Just then, a flash of blue and red lights pierced through the crowd as police vehicles arrived, their sirens blaring. The presence of law enforcement shifted the dynamics once again. Both sides paused, uncertainty hanging in the air. Would the police mediate the situation, or would they escalate the tensions? Sarah's mind raced with questions. She could see people on both sides visibly anxious, their faces a mix of hope and dread. As officers stepped out, a hush fell over the crowd. The lead officer, a tall figure with a calm demeanor, approached Daniel and Mrs. Jenkins, attempting to gather both sides for dialogue. "Let's talk about this," he said, his voice steady. "We can find a peaceful resolution. But would the passion of the protesters and the frustration of the locals allow for such a conversation?" With the police now involved, the atmosphere shifted once more. Sarah felt a surge of hope but also a sense of foreboding. Would this confrontation end in resolution or further division? As the officer tried to mediate, the crowd remained restless, each moment thick with anticipation. And just as it seemed clarity might break through the chaos, a loud crash echoed through the streets, an unexpected twist that sent shockwaves through the crowd. What had just happened? Sarah's heart raced as she turned to see what had caused the commotion, her mind racing with possibilities. As the dust settled, the crowd held its breath, waiting for answers. Would this confrontation lead to a breakthrough in understanding, or would it deepen the divide? The drama of the day had left everyone hanging on a precipice, eager to see how the story would unfold. In the days that followed, the media buzzed with reports of the confrontation, and Sarah found herself at the center of discussions about the implications for community relations in London. As she reflected on the day's events, she realized that the real story was just beginning, and the next chapter of this unfolding saga would be worth following closely. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the aftermath of this explosive confrontation and explore how it might reshape the dialogue surrounding social justice in Britain. What does this mean for the future? And how will the royal family, always a touchstone of national identity, respond to these pressing social issues? The answers await, and they promise to be as captivating as the confrontation itself.